or how they look, but it's always better to have an example. So that's part of the reason I was tickled to get the iPads now, is because you each have an iPad, you have it available, you can use it as a reference, whether you're drawing a coyote, a giraffe, a frog, a penguin, whatever it may be. Now, when you are drawing this, it has to be an animal or a creature, all right, that has been around before, that has been thought about, or is extinct. And I'm going to include unicorn and dinosaurs. What you cannot do is a cartoon creature, okay? It has to be something that you've maybe read in books or seen on movies, but it cannot be an actual artwork like a cartoon that's already been done. So let's get back to the basics here. Please look up. Put your pencils down. Thank you. All right, if I'm going to do this giraffe, I'm thinking in terms of like big circle for the head, little circle for the muzzle, kind of triangular shape for the ears, and maybe more of like a rectangle for those horns. So let's slide this little one across and begin. On your paper, you are going to make this as large as you can, because if you make it gigantic on the paper, that's actually going to be okay. It's not too big. Because we can actually start with the newspaper and just use the drawing as a guide. So I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, this giraffe head is really wide at the top. Oops, maybe I better back up a little bit. There we go. All right, the muzzle itself is quite a bit lower down here. So I'm actually going to have the muzzle like right about here. Okay, and again, I'm doing very simple shapes right now. I have the eyes kind of bulge out just a little bit like this. And then I have the, are they horns or antlers? Horns. We'll call them horns. Okay, so they're very square. And before you say, oh my gosh, Miss Truey, that's goofy looking. Again, right now, all I care about is simple shapes to place it on the paper. Okay? What am I missing? The ears. Okay. So there's two ways I can do these ears. I can keep it super simple and say, okay, I can go to a triangle like this. Or I could say, well, they're a little bit rounder than that. So maybe you could do round and then a triangle on top. Okay, and it really does kind of look confusing and goofy, but whichever one would work. So once I've gotten to this point, now I can say, okay, I need to define and make it look more like a giraffe. Okay, that means I need to take out this, and I need to, okay, it's really wide here, so then it narrows. Really wide here, and it narrows. Now guys, keep in mind, right now it doesn't necessarily look like a giraffe. I get that. Okay, I'm going to change the top part here and say, okay, that's got to be more, a little bit more like this. I've got to add the holes for the nostrils. I'm going to go ahead and make the top part here come down like this, and it bulges out a little bit more for the eye, but I do think these ears need more definition and change. They kind of round like this and round over here. So he's starting to look a little bit more like a giraffe. He needs a little bit more of a bottom lip right here. And I do think this almost needs to come down. It's almost like his head should be a little bit longer, but I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, and boy, these horns are not looking like horns for a giraffe, so they need to be rounded more. Some people even will put like little circles on the top for their giraffe, something like this. Okay, it's looking more like a giraffe as we get going. I think we could definitely agree it's starting to look like this, but like I said, I do think this needs to come down. Right now, to me, this looks like a combination between a deer and a giraffe. So I would have to do some changing, but it's a starting point, and it's starting to kind of look a little bit like a giraffe. Simple shapes, and then start defining it to make it look more like your